subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Got my stickers here. I hand cut my stickers. If you use a cutting machine such as a Cricut, you will print out your stickers and laminate them, and then do your thing with the cutting machine. Put it on the mat, cut out your stickers, and then you would put them through the roller. In the video, since I hand cut mine are only rough cut out by the time I put them through the roller. Check out my video for my whole process of making hand-cut, die-cut stickers without a cutting machine. If you're interested, it's on my channel. Thanks. We're gonna use clear, adhesive, paper-backed laminate. I've tried a lot of different laminates over the years, and for the price and the quantity and the quality, I found this is the best stuff. So links down below, check them out. It'll bring you right to the exact box of laminate that I use. This is going to seal our stickers. It's going to add an additional layer of weatherproofing and scratch proofing. It's like clear coat when painting a car. This transparent gloss layer is going to really deepen the colors and give them that really nice finished look. You want a surface that is ideally perfectly flat and not super textured. Make sure there's no dust on the print. Blow it off, and you can take your hand and brush. Like, you're not gonna do anything to the ink. Make sure visually you don't see any fibers or hairs or big pieces of dust, because it will show underneath the laminate. With these laminating sheets, there's a starting row here. Peel it off. You're going to go to the top, align it left to right, and you're going to split the difference between the adhesive on the print and on the table. Bend it upwards to get it started, and then I push in the middle, and I'll push out on each side. You can lay this down, and then I'll more firmly seal this to the print and to the table. Don't be discouraged if you mess this up. I've done this probably 1,000 times, so every now and again I do mess up. I go from left to right because I'm right-handed. So I just have a cotton t-shirt. You can use any sort of soft cloth, but nothing rough. I put my hand up in it and I find a nice blank space for it to sit in. Position that right on the laminate. I'll run my hands a few more times just to make sure that's nice and sealed. And then I will lift this up and I will blow off any more dust again. Okay, so I start at the corner that's furthest away from me. I like to just pull the corner up of the backing all the way across, but not a lot, just enough to where then I can get my hand beginning to sweep from side to side. You don't want to be peeling off the backing too quickly and get ahead of your smoothing hand. You basically want to act like a printer with your smoothing hand, and you work in tandem. So like I'm pulling the backing off slow enough for my smoothing hand to work behind it and catch up to it. And I'm using a pretty firm pressure, but just always be going straight. Your smoothing hand almost pushes the leading edge of the backing coming off. You can feel it. So don't get excited towards the end. Keep being patient. So just follow through with everything. You're good to go. You shouldn't have any wrinkling. That's when you know you've messed up. I like to take my covered hand and just go over it, smooth it all out. And I'll show you why, because you can see, like, especially on the black, like on Daffy Duck here, you can see that the adhesive on the laminate is not perfectly flat. These aren't bubbles, but they're just the sort of showings of how they laid the adhesive down on the laminate. But we are going to correct that in the next step. I prep the next step by taking my hand, smoothing it out. You can already see it's better. And you really only can see it from an angle, but like if I'm pressing here, you'll see that it's already better. So you can go around the whole print like that. You have to make sure your cloth or t-shirt is soft because you don't want to make lines or marks or have any sort of abrasion. But I like to do it first quickly with the t-shirt. I do a first pass. You may or may not be able to see, but it's already better. And then what I like to do, you can do this or not if you're really picky like me, but I like to then take either my fingertip or my knuckle. You don't want to go so hard that you like rug burn your finger, but I like to do a final pass manually, and it really gets them prepped for the laminating machine. You can already see they're nice and glossy. We're gonna peel this off the workspace. And I will also link the scissors that I use down below. I found that these are the best scissors. Like this is the only pair that I use. And I like to trim off the adhesive border here of the laminate. This is a laminator roller. I'll put links down below for some good ones. These typically laminate, documents with a sheet of clear laminate on either side of the document to sandwich the document. We are only going to use this for its rolling capability and for a little bit of heat. That's going to really lock in the laminate and give it a nice flat press. This is optional, but these aren't that expensive, and I think it really makes them turn out nicely. On this one, there are 3 settings: cold, 3 mil, and a 5 mil. The 5 mil is going to give the most heat, and the cold obviously is no heat. I like using the 3 mil. You could probably get away with a cold roll, but I like a little bit of the heat. It's gonna soften that laminate just a little bit as it goes through the roller to give it a nice feel and look. Turn it on. And what I'm using is a piece of printer paper and 1 piece of chipboard. I'll put links down below for chipboard too. The chipboard is just gonna give the base. It's kind of like putting cookies through an oven. This is like our tray. And the printer paper is gonna just keep the stickers from making direct contact with the hot rollers. I recommend getting a pack of chipboard because you can always cut, pieces up, little rectangles, and if you're mailing stickers to friends or whoever, that's a good way to mail them in a plain postage envelope. I like to roll from right to left, so I put all my stickers over here. Make sure that everything goes in nice and square and straight. Get it started, lift up the paper, and then start to place them in there. Don't overlap them. It's just like baking cookies. You want them all spread out. As they come out the other side, you can lift the paper up. I find it only takes 1 rolling, and then you can pull them off as they come out. It's gonna give them that really nice, slick, glossy look.
Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks.